Hello, Cryptonauts, and welcome back to another episode of Cryptocurrency Chat. I am your host, Blockchain John, here with my co-host, Jake Jabarelli, ready to give you the top 10 daily stats, as well as your crypto news of the day. Before we get to that, let's see how Jake's doing. What's up, Jake?
What's up, John? It's a day, and we're doing stuff like the news and the top 10.
Yeah,
And this content is for entertainment purposes only. Any comments made by us, the host, or any guests we might have on the show is not financial advice. We may say that again later.
perfect. All right, let's get started with the top 10 daily stats provided by coingecko.com. Starting off with Bitcoin settling at, actually, let's refresh this page. How about that? All right,
Yeah,
Bitcoin
that's good.
settling at $42,136.70 with a 7-day gain of 0.5% and a market cap of $797 billion. Number 2, Ethereum settling at $3,187.24 with a 7-day gain of 3.3% and a market cap of $379 billion. Number 3, Binance Coin settling at $471.91 with a 11% gain in the past 7 days and a market cap of $79 billion. Number 4, Tether settling at 99 cents with a 7-day loss of 0.3% and a market cap of $78 billion. Number 5, Cardano settling at $1.58 with a whopping 7-day gain of 39.8% gain in the past 7 days. Wow.
Huge. It's huge.
And a market cap of $50 billion. Number 6, USD coin settling at 99 cents with a 0.1% loss in the past 7 days and a market cap of $43 billion. Number 8, XRP settling at 75 cents with a 7-day gain of 2.2% and a market cap of $36 billion. Number 9, Terra settling at $77.02 with a 7-day gain of 11% and a market cap of $27 billion. And of course, number 10, Polkadot, settling at $25.49 with a 7-day gain of 7.2% and a market cap of $27 billion. Wowzers. Looks like Terra and Polkadot are neck and neck, huh?
Oh, yeah, they've been there. Same thing with Shiba. Actually, no, Shiba dropped below Avalanche recently. Quite a bit, actually. Dogecoin is still holding number 11 position, but Shiba's like, what, $7 million below? It's really falling a lot. I mean, it's up in the last 7 days, but it's only up because we fell for so long. Now, making a 7-day gain is easy. Well,
Yeah.
I have to admit, I have a couple of customers and friends who have owned a good chunk size of Cardano, a large bag of Cardano, and they're very happy right now. I've actually heard this from people like, "Oh, Cardano's up again! Yeah!"
Yay.
So
Well, all the best with Cardano. Um, where's Cardano at?
Litecoin's also doing quite well right now, 16% up over the last week.
Mm-hmm.
Anthem is up. I think Near was the one I was thinking of. It was really neat. Near dropped back again. Okay, Near had reached rank 17 not that long ago. I was like, wow, this just keeps climbing, and then it finally dropped down because the whole market kind of dropped. So, except for Cardano.
All right, your overall total market cap is at $2.13 trillion, down by 2.8%. Wah, wah, wah. Now, if you go up to the top right corner in coingecko.com, there is a little candy jar up there. You click on that little candy jar, blink, and you get yourself some awesome candies, which gives you, I already collected mine for today. You can get some awesome rewards, NFTs, or discounts on crypto items. With that said, back to you, Jake.
Yeah, well, it's always good to have people listening to us. We really appreciate people when people are listening to us because, hey, we're not just talking to ourselves, right? So if you like this content, we would appreciate that you showed us that you'd like to by hitting the like button. And if you'd like to hear more, you can hit the subscribe button. And we post every Wednesday and Sunday. It's actually not Wednesday or Sunday right now. It's Monday, and it's Martin Luther King Jr. Day. But we kind of missed Sunday, so we're making up for it today. You can check us out on Discord, and there's a lot of participation there. There's lots of interesting NFTs and assets to collect if you come and join us on Discord. You can also participate, or rather donate, by participating with Patreon. We have 3 different levels on Patreon. We've done AMAs as well as additional interview information. If you don't want to do that, we accept Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance, BAT, and Raven. All the links and information is in the description below.
In the coin tree. All right, let's get started with your crypto news of the day provided by cryptopotato.com. All right, first news of the day. Let's see here. Let's scroll back up here. Let's see. Felix Molin writes, Cryptocom pauses withdrawals and restarts users' 2FA accounts after reports of suspicious activity. Not your keys, not your coins. Despite technological advances, the almost sacred mantra repeated ad nauseum by cryptocurrency maximalists still holds true. Today, the cryptocurrency exchange Crypto.com announced the suspension of withdrawals following a series of complaints of users who allegedly claimed that their funds had disappeared. During the morning of January 17th, 2022, Crypto.com's official Twitter account acknowledged that a small number of users reported suspicious activity on their accounts. The pause on all withdrawals was a precautionary measure while staff gathered information. Crypto.com does not officially disclose what the suspicious activity was. Instead, it was users who began reporting a series of alleged unauthorized withdrawals. Overall, the sums lost amounted to several thousands of dollars. More curiously, there were reports that even 2FA protected accounts had been compromised, and funds were drained even with this additional layer of security. 2FA, or two-factor authentication, is a security technology that requires identity verification through a second credential over a username and password. The most common case is that of a short-lived dynamic key that can be only obtained through a single registered device, such as a smartphone, avoiding the possibility of any hacker or intruder with access to the account being able to log in. Besides pause and withdrawals, Crypto.com also reset the 2FA of all its users, forcing them to set up their account as if they were a new one. The exchange appealed for calm, assuring that users' funds were still completely safe. A few hours later, Chris Marzalek, CEO of Crypto.com, announced that the team was in the final phase of the investigation, and in less than half a day, the exchange had resumed all its services, guaranteeing that the security of the funds. Chris Marzalek was pretty satisfied with the way his team handled the event. And we'll leave it at that. Perfect. All right.
Yep. That's every major exchange.
Yeah.
Yep. Every major exchange is going to have some problems at some point, but I kind of wonder if their two-factor is real. Like they're like, oh, you need to set two-factor, but if an account with 2FA can still get hacked, that means there's something wrong with the 2FA or it's not legit. So I don't know. There's other possibilities of what's it called, man-in-the-middle attacks or not. It's not cryptojacking. It's if your website sucks and your security on your website sucks, then it doesn't matter if you have two-factor because people can just do a injection hack. So, continuing on with the news from Andrew Thurlevos, 1.6 billion BNB removed in Binance first quarterly auto burn. Burn, baby, burn. Binance, the world's largest exchange, crypto exchange, recently completed its 18th quarterly burn, making its first quarterly auto burn. Burn removed greater dollar-denominated value from the network than ever before. According to a blog post from Binance, the burn, feel the burn, removed 1.684387.11, not like you needed to know that, Binance coin, or BNB. At the time of this writing, that was roughly $800 million worth of tokens. 6,296 of those tokens were effectively burned through the Binance Pioneer Burn program, which counts BNB mistakenly sent to dead wallets. Aha. As the first auto burn, this burn was not manually conducted through Binance Exchange revenue generation. Rather, BNB was collected for removal through the Binance Smart Chain auto burn mechanism. Data burn mechanism automatically determines how much BNB to burn according to a formula based on BNB's price and the number of blocks produced that quarter. It is set to replace manual burns going forward. So they're just going to keep burning on their own without having to ask somebody to do it. The previous burn in October torched 1.3 million BNB, worth about $640 million at the time. Binance plans to reduce the token count to half of its original supply, from 200 million to 100 million, through these burns. That's it. On to the next one.
All right, cool. Let's see. Next one is written by Dimitar Zanzarov. Huh, what happened? I thought I clicked on it. There we go. All right, this one is Thailand's former SEC chief opposes possible crypto taxation report. Tipsuda Tharamara, the former Deputy Secretary General of Thailand's Security and Exchange Commission, SEC, disagreed with the government's intention to impose a 15% capital gains tax on cryptocurrency profits. Ouch! She believes such legislation is unpractical, unfair, and not beneficial for the trade sector. Earlier this month, the Thai authorities presented plans to slam local cryptocurrency investors and miners with a 15% capital gains tax. According to the legislation, digital assets exchange would be exempt from the potential regulation. Nonetheless, the lawmakers did not elaborate, making some individuals doubt the use cases. One of them is Tipsuda Tharamara, a former top executive at Thailand's SEC. In her view, the possible crypto taxation lacks clarity and is not going to promote trade. Quote, withholding tax also affects transactions, as stores that accept cryptocurrencies must collect capital gains tax from customers. She went further, stating that the Revenues Department's decision is unfair and unpractical, as crypto exchange operators do not pay investment returns to users. Quote, whether policies forces on the promotion of trade industry or not, the Revenue Department should collect taxes fairly under clear rules and practices. Tharamara noted that countries like Singapore, Australia, and some European nations do not treat cryptocurrencies as a product and have removed the value added tax, VAT, on trading. She urged Thailand's authorities to follow that path. All right, and there's a photo of her. Tipsuda. All right. Let's see. What is this? Thailand's crypto plans for 2022. At the end of 2021, the Bank of Thailand unveiled its plans to implement strict rules on cryptocurrencies industry in 2022 as the interest in the asset class keeps increasing. That exact rules of the BOT intends to propose are yet unknown. Still, the bank's governor, Mr. Suthiwar Naroput, said Bitcoin and the alternative coins have the potential to be proposed in the monetary system like many others, though he warned that the enhanced volatility of the asset class remains an issue. Prior to this, the Central Bank of Thailand urged local financial institutions to stay away from cryptocurrencies. Quote, we do not want banks to be directly involved in digital assets trading because banks are responsible for customers' deposits and the public, and there is risk. The BOT was also concerned that the broad employment of digital assets could impact the central bank's ability to monitor the national economy. All right.
Yeah. I wanted to make a comment about that beginning up here. It's kind of weird to collect capital gains tax on purchases. That I don't think that's something anybody ever does. But at the same time, 15% capital gains tax sounds bad. But then when you look at the United States and it's a 25% just on long-term capital gains, but it's 40% on short-term capital gains. 15% doesn't sound that bad at all.
Okay.
So their measly 15% capital gains tax for the U.S., which is way higher. So continuing on with Australian Football League, Crypto.com becomes financial backer of the Australian Football League and the AFLW. And that is, of course, Crypto.com getting into sports again, right? The digital asset... Dimitar Zanzarov wrote this. The digital asset platform Crypto.com or Cryptocom, I guess, is the way they have it, inked a 5-year collaboration with the AFL to become a financial backer of the Toyota AFL Premier Season, and with the NAB AFL Women's Championship. The trading venue will also feature as an exclusive naming rights partner of the tournaments and the final series matches. According to a document seen by Crypto Potato, the AFL became the first Australian sports league partner to partner with Crypto.com, or Cryptocom, I guess is what they want to be called now. At the same time, the AFLW is the first elite women's sports competition which the platform has sponsored worldwide. According to recent estimations, Australian female investors are much more engaged in the cryptocurrency space compared to other countries. Carl Mohan, Cryptocom's general manager for the region and Asia Pacific, said the development would resonate with the trends of the country. Quote, our latest consumer research in Australia found that more than half, 53% of crypto investors were females. It is very encouraging to see that Australians from all walks of life, irrespective of gender or background, are very keen to adopt cryptocurrencies. Very excited to see their go-to platform, or being their go-to platform. Australian football, known as Australian rules football, is by far the most popular sport on the continent. Gillian McLaughlin, Chief Executive Officer at the AFL, opined the partnership with Crypto.com making an exciting new chapter for the local sports industry. He says, quote, cryptocurrency and blockchain technology is a dynamic and emerging industry. The AFL is delighted to partner with Crypto.com to be at the forefront of the industry's growth in Australia. The document did not disclose how much cryptocurrency exchange has invested in the sponsorship deal. More sports stuff down below. I'm not going to read it. Continuing on.
All right. Let's go to the next one. What do we have? Bitcoin aid reaches tsunami. Tsunami hit Tonga when communication lines are down. Oh, yeah. You remember that? The volcano?
Yep.
This one's written by Jordan Lionjev. As per ex-parliament member Lord Fusitsua, the island nation is on course to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender by November 2022. For now, though, the cryptocurrency is being used to transfer funds to Tonga, which was hit by a tsunami recently. A tsunami measuring 1.5 meters triggered by the shockwave hit Tonga during the weekend, inundating homes and roads and damaging communication lines. However, no death has been reported. The shockwave was registered as far away as Alaska and Chennai, in a sharp rise and fall of air pressure. The booming sound was reportedly heard as far as New Zealand, that lies about 2,500 kilometers from Tonga. More recent reports claim that most communication lines could be down for up to 2 weeks. Nevertheless, Tonga also made the news on the crypto front. The tiny island in the Tasman Sea of the South Pacific Ocean is accepting Bitcoin donations in the aftermath of Saturday's volcanic shockwave that caused the tsunami. Responding to the spectacular visuals of the volcanic activity, some Twitter users suggested setting up a Bitcoin wallet address to collect relief funds and help Tonga deal with the crisis. Tonga's ex-parliament member Lord Fusitsua, who said a few days ago that the island nation was on course to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender, set up a Bitcoin wallet address to receive donations from crypto holders. As of writing these lines, the wallet has received approximately $5,000 in BTC donations in less than 24 hours.
Awesome.
That is awesome. Lord Fusitsua later added, it's shown how important it is. We are effectively the only stream of revenue of any sort that can get into Tonga now, via Blockstream Bitcoin satellite kit gifted by Excellion last year. Wow, yes, that's right. If you guys don't know, people always complain that, hey, what if the internet goes down? Well, we have satellites, man. Satellites. Yep. As no internet equals no fiat, or banking remittances can get in, only us. Let that sink in. Yes, of course, satellites. Seriously, when people look more deeper into this technology and understand that you can't stop Bitcoin, Like literally, like that's what they're saying. The internet is down. Like literally on their island, they have no telecommunications. But thank God for the satellite kit that was donated by Excellion. They're able to accept.
I mean, technically that is internet. It's just internet from outer space, as opposed to something that would be like hardlined in.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they are. I mean, I personally, I would think they would be more interested in more satellite internet. I don't know how big Tonga is physically as a an island nation. If it's bigger or smaller than Hawaii or whatnot, but you still got to drag a cable across the ocean from the mainland areas to Tonga. I don't know where they're being dragged from or what the local line is, but that stuff's going to go down in a volcano or an eruption or something like that. But, as far as I know, they don't have volcanoes in space. So,
Right. Tonga has 126,000 strong
yes,
diaspora,
yeah.
18,000 of whom live in Australia. Remittances account for 37% of the country's GDP. That's actually a lot, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
By accepting Bitcoin as legal tender, Tonga can benefit from faster and cheaper international payments. Lord Fusituas has given a timeline for the possible adoption of Bitcoin as legal tender by November 2022. He also unveiled Tonga will tap geothermal power from its volcanoes to power Bitcoin mining. The tech is ready to deploy. We're just waiting for the legal tenders bill's passage and the ancillary legislations to direct the mining infrastructure rollout, he said in a recent tweet. All right, you know what? I want to follow Lord Fusitua.
On Twitter.
I want to see what he's doing, man. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, you just pinned me, so I'm following him now too. Continuing on with the news, OpenSea. This is from Chinika Dika or Deka. OpenSea scores ATH or AF of $3.5 billion in monthly Ethereum trading volume. Popular NFT auction marketplace OpenSea has surpassed the $3.5 billion mark in monthly Ethereum trading volume. According to the latest chart by Dune Analytics, on January 17th, OpenSea had already clocked in $3.52 billion in terms of monthly Ethereum trading volume. Even with 2 more weeks to go in conclusion of the month, the platform's daily trading volume has oscillated between $169 and $261 million throughout January. With the latest milestone, it surged past the previous all-time high of $3.42 billion in August 2021. During the same month, OpenSea's monthly fees on Ethereum also touched a new high of $236 million. Notably, OpenSea's monthly trading volume figures on Ethereum went downhill over the next few months, eventually falling to about $2.37 billion in November. It doesn't sound like a whole big difference, really. I don't know, maybe it's just me. It's still billions.
Mm-hmm.
However, the subsequent month saw a substantial recovery with $3.24 billion in sales. Meanwhile, the new ATH or ATH demonstrates renewed optimism and growth in OpenSea after the blockbuster 2021. As a result, it is now hauling in over $207 million in fees this month and may soon catch up with the aforementioned high reached 5 months ago. Over the past couple months, OpenSea has emerged as an already established brand with a significant level of popularity. Crypto Potato recently reported that it had crossed the coveted $1 million mark with respect to active user wallets on the platform. Earlier this month, OpenSea announced concluding a $300 million Series C round led by Paradigm and Coatu. The latest capital infusion valued the firm at a whopping $13.3 billion. Moving forward, it plans to accelerate the product development, enhance customer. I think we already read this before, but yeah, they're doing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Go OpenSea, make money, be cool.
Yeah. All right, let's go to the next one here. Let's see. On-chain data. I don't think we really need to read this one, right?
Probably not.
Okay.
Continuing
Let's
on.
see here. Binance to establish a crypto exchange in Thailand. Report. Sure. Let me just skim through that one real quick. This one's written by Dimitar Zanzarov. Binance to establish a crypto exchange in Thailand. The world's leading digital asset platform, Binance, has reportedly collaborated with the Gulf Energy Development PCL, owned by the Thai billionaire Sarath Ratanavadi. The main goal is to set up a cryptocurrency exchange in the Southeast Asia state. Thailand has recently positioned itself in the spotlight of the cryptocurrency industry as locals have started embracing the asset class. At the same time, numerous experts opined that jumping into the world of crypto could be highly beneficial for the country, which economy struggles significantly after the COVID-19 pandemic. Look at this, man. This is what's crazy is that every country out there is adopting it. But what about us? What about the states?
Yeah, exactly. Isn't this where it came from? Oh, wait.
Well, we don't know.
We don't know, right?
One of the individuals is Jirayut. Yeah, I don't know. Founders of and CEO of the cryptocurrency exchange BitCub. Not long ago, he urged Thailand's authorities to open their arms to the digital asset industry. According to him, the country could multiply its GDP by 6 times by doing so. According to a recent Bloomberg report, another initiative is coming on its way, establishing a local cryptocurrency exchange. It will result from the mutual agreement between Binance and the Nasdaq-listed company Gulf Energy Development (PCL), controlled by the billionaire Sarath. And that's a picture of him here, Sarath Ratanvadi.
Yep.
The collaboration represents the latest efforts by Binance to institutionalize its global operations. During the last couple of months, the company has been seeking to relocate its headquarters, as Ireland and France have been among the possible destinations. Nearly a month ago, Shengbang Zhao Cryptocurrencies Exchange displayed its intention to establish a digital asset venture in Indonesia. Back then, it discussed the possibility with PT Bank Central Asia, an entity controlled by the wealthiest families on the island, the Hartono brothers. With a population of around 273 million, Indonesia is known as the 15th largest economy globally. However, a vast number of its inhabitants are unbanked and have little access to other basic forms of finance. With that said, Binance's potential settlement could provide options for those in need, while most influential businessmen in Indonesia could get involved in the cryptocurrency industry. A spokesman of the exchange said, quote, "We are supportive of the sustainable growth of the blockchain industry globally, and we are constantly looking at businesses opportunities in every country." All right. Well, I wish them all the best.
Exactly. Singapore, Spain regulators. That's interesting. I'm going to read this. I'm going to skip over the Singapore one and go to Spain. Here. Spain's regulators set new rules for cryptocurrency advertisement. Digital asset or this is written by Jordan Ladchev. Digital asset ads in Spain will have to include a designated warning from February 2022, according to a new release from the Comisión Nacional de Mercado de Valores, CNMV. The paper outlined the new rules on Monday, January 17th, indicating that the watchdog wants to ensure that the advertising of these products offers true, understandable, and non-misleading content, and includes a prominent warning of the associated risks. It added that the crypto industry is non-regulated as of now, which could increase the associated risks. As such, individuals and outlets advertise such services will have to include the following messages on each post. Quote, "Investments in crypto assets are not regulated. They may not be appropriate for retail investors, and the full amount invested may be lost," end quote. Post also, it's probably not written in English, but the post should also include an additional link or explanation informing it is important, that is, quote, "It is important to read and understand the risks of this investment, which are explained in detail at this link," end quote, probably with a link. From now on, influencers with more than 100,000 followers should provide their planned advertisements to the CNMV at least 10 days ahead of the publication for approval. The report explained that these rules will apply to crypto asset service providers, advertising service providers, and to any other natural or legal persons who carry on such activity on their own to initiate or on behalf of third parties. I'm just going to stop there because I don't think I need to read any more about this, but I want to make a point about this. This is good. this is smart. This is kind of like the way that Google says, by the way, this thing you're looking at is an ad. It's not a link, it's an ad. Just so you know, it's sponsored. You can click on it if you want, but we need you to know it's not just a link. And I think that's really key. You need to warn people about doing something stupid, but you can't stop them from doing something stupid. Obviously, nobody wants anybody to do something stupid, and I'm not saying crypto is stupid. I'm just saying it's good to have as much information as possible. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is.
Well,
unless you're talking about Dynamo, in which case it is too good to be true, but it's also real.
all right, next.
Not financial advice.
We have written by Shayanika Deka. Metaverse project Pavia debuts on the Cardano blockchain.
That's why Cardano's up right now.
Metaverse is still in its infancy. While Ethereum-based metaverse games such as the Sandbox have seen exponential traction, investors are also looking into building projects upon stable POS networks such as Cardano. Interestingly, one of the idiosyncratic catalyst to ADA's latest rally is its addition. As a matter of fact, Pavia's entry into the Cardano ecosystem comes at a time when its native crypto assets ADA has suffered a consistent downward pressure amidst the market-wide rout. But the NFT activity on top of the network provided a much-needed push to the token, which jumped by 14% in the last 24 hours and currently trades at $1.55.
Yeah, it's been since the beginning of December since Cardano was at the level, so it's good to see it up there again.
Pavia, the recently launched gaming application on the Cardano blockchain, has some big plans for this year. So far, the project has issued at least 100,000 land parcels. Each is being minted as a uniquely numbered Cardano NFT based on coordinates. More than 60% of the land parcels were pre-sold in October and November last year. The rest is slated to go on sale in the current quarter. According to the official website, Pavia has more than 8,300 landowners at this stage. However, they cannot visit or deploy any content onto the respective land parcels. The platform revealed that the team was working to deliver the in-game Pavia experience. Similar to other metaverse projects, Pavia has an in-game currency, Pavia, used for utility purposes inside its metaverse ecosystem. 25% of the native token was airdropped to Pavia NFT landholders right after the blockchain snapshot in December 2021. Pavia has also revealed partnering with cross-game avatar platforms for metaverse, ReadyPlayer.me, and I'm still going to save that and check it out later. Copy that.
Yeah.
And
I'm interested in Pavia, and I'm actually, like you said, I didn't realize it was Pavia that was causing Cardano to go up, but I think that the people I know who own large bags of Cardano are going to be interested in this thing too. So.
Yeah. So ReadyPlayer.me to let users design their own avatar compatible outside of the Pavia ecosystem in more than 700 applications and games. Moving forward, in the first quarter of 2022, Pavia intends to add liquidity to Cardano's decentralized exchange and explore cross-chain liquidity. It also plans to look into on-platform assets, gamification, etc. The following quarter, the project aims to collate all feedback and build commencement for the in-game Pavia.io experience, look and feel. Double down on interoperability, cross-chain, and the cross-metaverse. During the third and fourth quarters, Pavia Plaza will host its first live event. Testing of Pavia portals will also begin. Nice.
Looking forward to it.
Cool.
All right, we're like halfway through the news. We want to keep going?
Sure, yeah.
All right, so again from Jordan Lanchev. Sotheby's to accept crypto for a 555 carat black diamond. Half a year after a diamond was paid for with crypto, Sotheby's will hold another auction for a rare 555.55. I wonder if there's a trend there. Carat diamond that can be sold for digital assets. According to a recent Forbes report, the diamond in question is set to be the largest ever to appear at the auction this February. It's a rare black diamond that has never been publicly displayed or sold and has been held in the same collection for more than 20 years. Wow, if it wasn't sold before, then how'd that person get it? It's called the Enigma and will be offered for without reserve, meaning that it will go to the highest bidder without a cap on the maximum price, which means it could go very high. The giant auction house Sotheby's estimated that it could go for up to $7 million. Interestingly, the buyer can opt to pay with crypto during the auction. The coverage further informed the Guinness Book of World Records called the Enigma the largest cut diamond in the world. The Gemological Society of America and Gubelin, on the other hand, said it's the largest fancy black natural color diamond. I guess that's more specific. Ahead of the auction, which starts February 3rd, right after Groundhog's Day, the diamond will be shown for the first time in Dubai, Los Angeles, and London. It's worth noting that Sotheby's already sold a massive diamond for cryptocurrencies. As reported in July last year, an undisclosed buyer paid $12 million for one. Okay, so $7 million isn't that much. Separately, the auction house invested $20 million in an NFT studio called Mojito. Completely unrelated. Just so you know.
Yeah. Let me add that cherry on top.
News here, Mojito by Sotheby's. I'm sure they want people to know about that.
All right, let's see the next one. Bitcoin stable at 42K. Okay. BTC worth 1.1 million sent to a confirmed Michael Saylor giveaway scam. Worth reading or just lesson learned?
Probably lesson learned.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take a quick little skim here. Impersonating scams in the crypto industry, growing threat. Which, yeah, you know what? There's a lot of scams out there. Don't fall for them. That's all.
Yeah, Pulse X, not financial advice.
All right, next we have NFT and blockchain-based games on the rise despite the recent crypto decline. The non-fungible token universe and blockchain-based games seems to have their own macro events that affect their growth. A set of reports by the analyst company DappRadar revealed that the number of NFT trades continued to increase gradually despite the adverse price movements in the digital asset industry. Additionally, the interest in blockchain-based games is also on the rise. Most cryptocurrencies have lost some price ground during the last couple of months. Bitcoin, for example, has retreated by nearly 40% from 69,000 record registered in November last year. A recent date from DappRadar, though, outlined the adverse situation in the digital asset market has not harmed NFTs and blockchain-based games. Those numbers have sustained their interest levels and even increased their popularity among investors, the analyst firm noted. It informed that the total NFTs trading volume for Q3 2021 amounted to $10.7 billion, while in Q4 the numbers picked up by $11.9 billion. This situation at the start of the new year looks quite promising as well, the firm said. According to DappRadar, non-fungible tokens play an undeniable role in the metaverse and the play-to-earn space, which has further propelled their expansion. And let's see. Let's scroll on down here. The world's leading economy dominated the NFT traffic during 2021. By far comes as no surprise since the numerous American celebrities, athletes, and musicians joined the non-fungible token universe. Notable examples such as individuals include the award-winning director Quentin Tarantino, rap icon Eminem, the Prince of Darkness Ozzy Osbourne, and the NBA star Steph Curry. Let's see. With nearly 3 times less traffic, the Republic of the Philippines ranked in second place. Brazil, Mexico, and Indonesia were the other countries in the top 5. However, during the last few months, China surpassed its economic rival and now stands in as the leader in terms of traffic, the most populated nation in the market, a 166% increase in December compared to November 2021. All right, NFTs.
people getting NFTs.
They're not going away, man. I know they're not going away. It's just the
There's
beginning.
plenty of great reasons to buy NFTs, and it's great to be in the beginning and seeing where it's going to go. I have no idea, but we'll
Buy
see.
my book.
Yeah, buy his book. Not financial advice. Decentraland reveals details on its Australian Open coverage. This is tennis in Decentraland by Mandy Williams. Following its entrance into the metaverse, the Australian Open (AO) has announced that its virtual tennis tournament, dubbed AO Decentraland, will be launching next week. As earlier reported, the Australian Open, one of the biggest tennis tournaments, partnered with leading virtual reality platform Decentraland to extend this year's championship to the metaverse. According to an email shared with Crypto Potato today, AO Decentraland is scheduled to launch on January 17th. That is today, which means it probably already launched. The initiative will enable supporters to gain unrestricted access and explore the Australian Open from any part of the world. The tournament organizers noted that it will replicate the best elements of Melbourne Park. I'm sure the Australians will get on my case with that one. The official statement of Australian Open Grand Slam tennis tournament in AO Decentraland. Well, in the virtual world, fans can move about the city in order to gain access to the beach house and the Grand Slam Oval, where live and historic matches will be displayed on the screens. Ridley Plummer, Australian tennis project manager, said that the move by the Australian Open is to immerse itself in the metaverse fully was imperative in providing wider coverage and access to the tournament's events, including live and historic matches and press conferences. His quote say, "We want the AO to be the world's most accessible and inclusive sport and entertainment event. And with the unique challenges fans have faced getting to Melbourne, we've fast-tracked our launch into the metaverse," Plummer added. And notably, the AO Decentraland is scheduled to run the duration of live events spanning from January 17th, 2022 to January 30th, so basically almost to the end of the month. During this period, fans should expect several benefits and features such as player drop-ins from the tennis legends like Mark, I can't pronounce his last name, Philippoussis. I'm sorry if I'm butchering these guys' names, Todd Woodbridge, and behind-the-scenes footage of live matches from over 300 cameras around the home stadium. Now, that's pretty cool, in my opinion. The expectations fan will be thrilled with will include the reverse feed from the AO Decentraland that's piped in on AO's screens and courtside LEDs in between the gameplay, community meetups, and gamification to retrieve various NFTs and VR tennis games. In other words, the Australian Open announced that it's sold out with 6,776 AO art ball NFTs minted for its viewers at a rate of 0.067 ETH each, just a few minutes after the public sale went live.
Wow, who would have thought, man?
How many of those were bots buying them up to resell them on OpenSea?
That's the whole idea, man. That's the whole idea. I wish them all the best.
Oh yeah, I'm not 100% against it, but it's still kind of neat to see a big sporting event do this kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see the Olympics do the same thing. I would be really stoked to see that.
If the Olympics even happens, we'll see what happens, man.
Maybe not China's Olympics, but I mean further Olympics down the line.
Okay.
I mean, the one thing I've already looked into, and I don't mind admitting this, is I've already pre-bought tickets for the 2028 Olympics, which are a really long time from now. That's 6 years off. You can buy them now, but that's because it's in Los Angeles, and that's hella close to where I live. So, I mean, hella close as in it's only 400 miles away as opposed to having to fly across the planet. So, right now, the advanced tickets that you can get, if you can get them, and like I said, this is all IOC stuff, is about $300.
For one day?
Yeah, for one day. But they only get more expensive the closer you get. So
sure, yeah.
I went back in 1984, but it's because I was only 6 years old at that time. I don't remember very much. I remember the Coliseum, but that's it. So
I wonder where they're going to have it at. Where they're going to have the Olympics at?
It's going to be at the Coliseum again. They're just going to revamp it. So
okay.
Really excited. Really stoked about that. And so I'm also excited about seeing what happens. I mean, in 6 years, a lot could happen with NFTs and Decentraland. I mean, we could have something entirely different. We could have a real metaverse with real, Ready Player One headsets where people exist in 3D and, AR, augmented reality simultaneously.
That'd be like part of the Olympics then, right?
Yeah, I'm hoping that's going to be the case. We'll see.
All right, where are we at on the news? I already lost my track.
I was looking at Ncr Acquires Liberty
There we
X,
go.
and then there's
Okay.
Shiba Inu team.
So I read the NCR, right?
Yep.
Okay. There we go. Written by Mandy Williams. NCR acquires Liberty X and integrates crypto services into 750K ATMs globally.
That's cool. That's awesome.
Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are one step closer to mainstream adoption as NCR Corporations, a leading manufacturer of automated teller machines, has enabled customers to buy and sell crypto assets on its more than 750,000 ATMs and digital touchpoints across 140 countries. The development comes after NCR's announced the acquisition of ATM network company and cryptocurrency software provider Liberty X for an undisclosed amount. NCR initially outlined plans to acquire Liberty X last August. The crypto software provider already has existing partnerships with independent ATM operators. This includes Cardtronics, which owns and manages ATMs in the United States and at locations like supermarkets, pharmacies, and convenience stores. Since Liberty X Digital Asset Solutions currently runs on ATMs, kiosks, and point-of-sale systems, NCR will utilize its capabilities to provide enhanced crypto solutions to customers through its physical and digital platforms. The solution is available to restaurants, retailers, and banks through NCR's digital wallet and mobile applications. Clients will be able to purchase and sell digital currencies, accept crypto payments, and conduct cross-border remittances. Speaking on the acquisitions, Don Layden, EVP and President, Payments and Network NCR Corporation, said, quote, "The completion of this transaction enhanced our ability to provide digital currency solutions and capabilities to help run our customers' businesses. We are pleased to welcome Liberty X and its outstanding team to NCR." Meanwhile, as cryptocurrencies continue to gain relevance, mainstream companies are getting involved and pushing adoption by making it easier to use for users to access, invest, and spend digital assets every day. In August 2021, digital currency broker Voyager Digital Ltd. Acquired crypto payment platform Coinify for $84 million as part of its strategic plan to make such assets accessible globally. Similarly, fintech giant Square made it easy for Afterpay's 3.6 million customers to purchase Bitcoin after acquiring the leading buy now, pay later BNPL platform for a whopping $29 billion in August 2021, which I love that. I love that. It's great.
It's good to see this because it's going to be really helpful, in my opinion, to get more access to crypto, more ways. It's just making crypto, but just that much more mainstream.
I think Coinbase would be so much more funner to use if they had the BNPL, where you literally like the way with Square is like you buy the crypto, but traditionally with banks you need to wait between 3 to 5 days for the remittances to clear, right? But with Square, they're willing to put that funds on escrow. They're willing to risk that. So you buy your crypto and you can literally withdraw your crypto right then and there.
Yep.
Until the 3 to 5 days passes, then it clears in your account. But regardless, if it's not cleared, I don't know what the back end happens. I'm not sure what goes on there. But that's awesome that I can just do that with Square.
Yep, it is an amazing feature, and it's probably just because Jack Dorsey is so heavily involved or invested and involved in crypto in general that to him it's it's a way of fostering the push for crypto. It's like we got to get more people in on this. We just got to. And the only way to do that is to just be as proactive as possible. So let's see. I lose my place here. Okay, no, we read that one. All right, so Shiba Inu team warned of misleading SHIB addresses on CoinMarketCap. Ooh, scandal by Georgiev. It's a short one. According to the tweet sent from the verified Shiba Inu Twitter account, CoinMarketCap intentionally listed 3 fake smart contract addresses of SHIB. The team therefore warned that these addresses found on the Binance Smart Chain, Solana, and Terra are not safe to use. Going even further, the team warned users not to interact with these contracts and not to purchase SHIB from them because the funds will be irreversibly lost. Shiba Inu's team also argued that the CoinMarketCap has refused to communicate with the SHIB team on updates on the token page and are willing to allow malicious actors to vandalize our listing. Responding to the allegation, CoinMarketCap acknowledged that it actually listed 3 SHIB addresses. However, the platform argues that these are not malicious addresses, but rather wrapped asset instead. For the avoidance of doubt, the addresses are not malicious. There is precedent for just publish the contract addresses for wrapped assets because they would ultimately streamline the user's experience and facilitate cross-chain transactions. Team at CoinMarketCap also invited Shiba Inu team to reach out through the official channels, linking to the support page. That sucks. I thought, isn't CoinMarketCap owned by Binance?
Yes.
So maybe there's a FU in there for Shiba Inu? I don't know. It seems weird. I would think a company would want to be. I mean, they did make the point. These are wrapped, not invalid. But the problem with wrapped is you can involve a rug pull. So, got to be careful.
All right. Let's see here. There's the Sheebs. All right. Walmart filed documents to launder. Excuse me. Walmart filed documents to launch a cryptocurrency and join the metaverse.
Here comes Walmart. Like we need them there. Oh no.
This one's written by Jordan Lionchev. After the fake reports about Walmart and Litecoin last year, this time the U.S. retail giant has officially filed documents with the local regulators to enter the cryptocurrency space and the metaverse. As seen in the CNBC report, Walmart's filing with the U.S. Securities and U.S. authorities about getting involved with the metaverse date late December last year. Essentially, the company wants to allow its users to shop for electronics, home decorations, personal care products, and everything in between from home, but reviewing the merchandise via the metaverse. Okay. Walmart made 7 separate applications, one of which wants the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office to greenlight the firm to launch its own cryptocurrency and take advantage of the rapidly growing in popularity NFT space. Josh Durbin, a trademark attorney, referred to Walmart's licensing attempt as super intense. Quote,
super intense.
There's a lot of language in these, which shows that there's a lot of planning going on behind the scenes about how they're going to address cryptocurrencies, how they're going to address the metaverse, and the virtual world that appears to be coming or that's already here, he added. Gerber outlined Facebook's decision to rename its brand to Metaverse as the catalyst that started a mass wave of businesses rushing to get involved in the virtual world. Last year, Walmart made the news after reports emerged that it will adopt Litecoin for payments in its on its online stores. However, they turned out to be fake, which caused enhanced volatility in the crypto markets. Nevertheless, the company later added hundreds of Bitcoin's ATMs across its U.S. stores and said the numbers will likely go up to 8,000. Cool.
Not 9,000? Only 8,000?
Only 8,000.
It's over 9,000. Oh, sorry.
Soon.
North Korean hackers stole nearly $400 million in 2021, Chainalysis reports from Antonio Ichiev. Izishi. I'm sorry for butchering your name, Antonio. A recent report by blockchain forensic company Chainalysis stated that the cyber criminals in North Korea stole Bitcoin and Ether worth $400 million, but still have millions worth of stolen cryptocurrency fund unlaundered. How do you use crypto in North Korea? Sorry. The Chainalysis report published January 13th, 2022 stated that the funds were stolen following attacks on minimum of 7 crypto exchanges. Also, the company believes most of the attacks were possibly conducted by infamous cybercriminal organization known as the Lazarus Group. According to the blockchain forensics firm, the number of North Korean affiliated hacks rose from 4 in 2020 to 7 in 2021. It doesn't sound like they're doing a lot of hacks, but maybe the whole point is big hacks, right? Also, the value of a hack increased 40% in Chainalysis, calling 2021 a banner year for these perpetrators, considering the price performance of Bitcoin and Ethereum. The hackers employed methods such as code exploit, phishing, malware, advanced social engineering, and code exploits, as I already said, to steal funds from exchanges with porous security systems. That is, people with crappy security don't use crappy security. Interestingly, Bitcoin accounted for less than a quarter of the stolen funds and 20% of the BTC stolen in 2021. When measuring the dollar value, meanwhile, Ether was up more than half of the total loot with 58%, while other altcoins and ERC20 tokens made up about 22%. North Korean hackers preferred mixers to launder funds. Just doesn't every thief? Just describing the laundering process, Chainalysis said that the cybercriminals first swapped ERC20 tokens and then other altcoins for ETH via a decentralized exchange. Ether then goes through a mixer, a software service that obfuscates the source of crypto transactions. This can be done on Monero, by the way, thereby making coins difficult to trace, which can be swapped for Bitcoin. Bitcoin is also mixed and consolidated into a new wallet. Hackers then send the Bitcoin to deposit addresses at exchanges that enable crypto to fiat conversion and are based in Asia. Per Chainalysis observation, the North Korean cybercriminals seem to favor the use of mixers. According to the report, more than 65% of the stolen funds were laundered via mixers in 2021. This is a significant increase from 21% in 2019 to 42% in 2020. Wow. $170 million worth of crypto still unlaundered. So that's all I'm going to say. Basically, they stole a lot of money from a lot of different people who aren't using good security. If you want your money stolen, use crappy exchanges because you will.
All right, here we go. Next one. What do we have?
25% of small businesses.
Okay, let me scroll on down there here. Let's see. All right. 25% of small businesses in 9 countries plan to accept crypto payments in 2022. This is a Visa study. Nice. Written by Dimitar Zanzarov. According to a recent survey conducted by the payment processor giant Visa, almost a quarter of the participants across 9 nations said they intend to embrace digital currencies as a form of payment sometime this year. Furthermore, 13% of consumers in these countries predicted retail stores will begin allowing crypto settlements in the following 12 months. As reported by Reuters, Visa surveyed 2,250 small business owners from 9 countries across the globe, including the United States of America, Canada, Brazil, and Singapore. Per the results, every 4th participant plans to embrace Bitcoin or some alternative coins as a payment method. Payment method before the end of the ongoing year. It is worth observing the percentage rate in the different countries, though Visa estimated that over 30% of the small business merchants based in the United Arab Emirates, Hong Kong, Singapore, and Brazil intends to embrace cryptocurrency options to clients in the coming months. In contrast, 19% of those in the USA and just 8% in Canada plans to do the same. The payment processing organization also interviewed 1,000 American adults who are not in charge of companies, along with 500 more people from each other country. Nearly 13% of those 1,500 individuals anticipated retail stores to begin offering digital asset payments in 2022. Jenny Mundy, Visa's global head of merchant sales and acquiring, said many owners and businesses worldwide view the embracement of new forms of payments as fundamental to their company's growth. She added that accepting cryptocurrencies also comes as a natural evolution for many small firms. Quote, I think more people are feeling more confident with crypto, Mundy concluded. All right, we'll leave it at that.
All right, I'm going to skip over this UFC thing because I'm not interested in it. Maybe you can read it. But I'm going to hit the last article here. Fits in this space. actually think, yeah, it's on the 16th. Regulations can help stabilize stablecoins, preventing a possible run, OCC says. From Felix Mullen. The acting comptroller of the currency of the United States, Michael J. Sue, gave a speech on January 13th, 2022, highlighting the advantages of regulating the cryptocurrency space, specifically stablecoins, as a way to provide peace of mind and security to those using this type of technology. Speaking at the British American Business Transatlantic Finance Forum, not a very long name at all, Sue argued that the growth of the cryptocurrency industry had been so swift that the regulatory indifference of previous years was now unsustainable, and there was a need to work on a robust legal framework. Sue argued that as more unbanked people begin to use cryptocurrencies as bank substitutes and no longer perceive the need for trusted third parties to transit money, more regulatory attention is needed before it is too late. It's already too late, dude. For the U.S. comptroller of the currency, in addition to fighting crime, regulation of stablecoins serves primarily to prevent latent dangers. Yeah, that is, you need to warn people. Don't slap their hand for doing something they want to do. They want to spend their money on something that's going to get lost. It's their prerogative. Bank run is the most obvious of them all. The bank run is a panic episode that occurs when an unusually large number of depositors withdraw their money from banks due to fear that the institution will become insolvent or that a crisis will occur. This has happened multiple times. I think the reason people are suing Robinhood, right? In most cases, banks cannot give physical cash to all the depositors because their funds are in the hand are of people precisely because of the business model by which banks operate. That is, they only keep a small percentage of the total cash on hand. In the case of traditional finance, regulators can intervene. Still, there is little they can do when it comes to cryptocurrencies, especially decentralized ones. Still, his argument is invalid. This is especially notable in the case of stablecoins, as these tokens are, in many cases, on-ramp for traditional investors into the world of cryptocurrencies. And there is the confidence that the stablecoin is backed by an equivalent value in fiat, which it has to absolutely be. It's already been established in 2018. And if that confidence is broken a run could happen, hurting the crypto world quite severely. I don't think that's true. We've already seen massive drops. People don't freak out that bad, except for people who don't understand crypto, which is probably most people. And just for context, USDT alone moves almost 3 times as much daily volume as Bitcoin. That is true. So a run could affect the whole crypto industry in an unlikely event that it comes to happen. Regulations could theoretically help ensure that stablecoins are indeed stable. Sure. Well, the industry is regulating itself. You're just jealous. The United States has been looking for ways to have more and more control. Yeah, that's the problem, over cryptocurrencies in an attempt to prevent another latent danger that they believe is total BS from a geopolitical standpoint. Again, they're trying to control something uncontrollable, loss of global leverage through the dollar. Already last year, PayPal's CEO speculated that Bitcoin could be used by China as a financial weapon. Several politicians have also warned about the possibility of cryptocurrencies detracting from the dollar's prominence if early action is not taken. I honestly, sincerely hope it does. But we'll just have to see about that. The use of cryptocurrency in the criminal underworld, and they still don't seem to understand it, is also an argument mentioned ad nauseum, yes, as I just made point of, as justification for tightening the screws because everyone's scared of the bad people. Likewise, the recent Infrastructure Act proposed by Joe Biden could negatively impact the crypto industry due to the exaggerated and even unfulfillable KYC requirements for a diversity of players that could range from exchanges to wallets to decentralized protocols. Also, Jerome Powell said this week that the report on digital dollar was ready to be presented. So this year may be pivotal for the definition of U.S. regulatory policies in the world of cryptocurrencies. Mm-hmm. I'm making my commentary all through that article, but basically, they don't get it. Mm-hmm. If you'd like to read the UFC Championship, go right ahead.
I am good. We'll leave it at that.
Cool. And that's the news for the day. Woohoo!
Yep. Perfect.
To finish us out here, I will read the to go through the things that we talk about. Remember, if you like it, appreciate it. If you just made it this far in our podcast, we are very grateful for you. If you'd like to express your appreciation by hitting the like button, we'd appreciate that too. You can also subscribe and hit the notification bell. We usually post every Wednesday and Sunday. You can check us out on Discord, and we have a marketplace and stickers, and that's really fun. You should totally check that out. Check us out on Patreon, $3, $5, $10 amounts, all kinds of extra content. If you just want to donate, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance, BAT, or Raven, all that information is in the coin tree below.
Perfect. With that said, Cryptonauts, we are out of here. Until next time, stack sats and huddle. Adios.